Good morning, traders. It's July 25th, about 4:55 in the morning. Running a little bit behind this morning, but going to take a few minutes and kind of break down the charts. First up is the euro dollar. Um, Now, these boxes on the screen are the DSR levels. I have a 240 DSR level loaded up for my minor structure and a daily DSR level loaded up for my major structure. The daily is going to be the green boxes and the red boxes, and the 240 is going to be the turquoise and the white. So basically, here on the euro dollar, we've just been kind of trading sideways at the top here on the hourly chart. I do know that right now, even though I'm only on a 60, I'm not looking at the daily. I know right now that I don't want to consider getting long until we can do something about this 1700 level and 6880 level. If I remember correctly, those are the levels on the daily time frame that are going to act as resistance. So if we can break out of that and come back down to test it, we could potentially see 120s, 119 somewhere in there. So as far as the dollar is concerned, there's really not much to look for unless you were wanting to just trade these ranges. We do have a double top in here, right here at this 240 DSR. We came down, found support at previous structure down in here. So one could make the trade to just play the range, sell at the top, buy at the bottom, and vice versa. Because there's if you take so we're right about the 50% mark now. The total range from lows to highs is about 59 to 60 pips, give or take a little bit. So if price come down into the DSR level, one could look to buy, and if it comes up to the resistance level of the DSR, you can look to sell. However, you got to have an entry reason. But stops would just go right below structure, maybe down below these lows back here, and then stops. If you're going to the downside, stops just be right above this DSR level, limiting your risk overall. However, it's not something I would want to get involved with at this time. Okay, let's look at the New Zealand dollar. Well, I guess NinjaTrader don't like me today. Let's see if I can get trading view. I'm just going to shut trading view down, or NinjaTrader, I guess, because it's not responding for some reason. We'll try to keep going just using trading view here. Just give me a second. I'm going to delete all this mess. Go out to the daily. Okay. So here we are at New Zealand dollar on a daily chart. What's been happening here is we've been pushing up higher. We've broken above these highs. We broke these highs back here. We broke above these highs here. And we're currently on our way to test these highs back here. Let's see, is that it? Okay. Now, if we can break above this 74.85 level, the next level I would look for is 75.62s and then 77.40s. So at the moment, I would rather be long than short on the New Zealand dollar. Let's see if we drop down to 240. RSI is in the middle of it, so see if we got a equal measure move maybe. Swing low to swing high. We're a little bit above that one. See if we get a fib extension in there somewhere. Not the 113, 1618. So we broke above that, so that's not going to work. So if I wanted to trade this to the high side, we got this nice wick right here. So I'd want to retest of this area here. To buy that up. So if we can push back down in here, put in a double bottom, I'd look to ride it up. I'll have to wait and see on that one. Pound dollar. Good morning. Pound dollar, I'm already short from yesterday. This advanced pattern, just kind of waiting to see if I can hit targets. Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar, Aussie dollar. Okay, so on the Aussie dollar, I don't want to see if I can scrunch this up a little bit. I don't want to remove my drawings here. But what we've got is we've got this ascending triangle that we've broken above it, 78.32 levels. If we can get a retest of that level, or even the 77.50s, I'd look to get long and shoot for 81.64s. But haven't yet gotten a retracement to try to get involved in that. Since we broke above that level, we're just kind of churning, not really any directional moves. The RSI is overbought here on the daily. Gives me the indication that we could see a pullback maybe during this week or next. Just to look at the 240, it's not much different than the daily time frame. On the hourly, we do have another wedge forming. So as price coils in here and we get closer to the peak, we could see a breakdown or a breakout, you know, in either direction. So it's just a waiting game. Dollar CAD. Dollar CAD's been really good to me. I'm still short this pair from a week or maybe almost 2 weeks now. Currently up 410 pips on the trade. I got short right in here, the kiss of death trade. We had the news come out, push price in my direction. I was able to road stops, locking in targets, and then as we put in this downward channel, I've just been rolling stops behind price. And if I zoom in, you can see this churning that happened yesterday. I was watching this closely yesterday morning to see if we get a higher close, because if we did, I would reduce my position by half, and expecting that price would start to rally up. That didn't happen. We broke down, breaking another structure level to the downside, and then we churned again, putting in this nice wick. We did get a higher close, but we had just broken that structure level, so I don't expect it to hold. Now if we break this structure high here from yesterday, that would be the decision point to reduce position and expect that the market's going to start turning over maybe. With that in mind, if we look at the dollar index, and go out to the daily time frame, the daily index is oversold. We are at a structure level. We didn't break lower yesterday, so I mean we're kind of just at a decision point. However, if we can break lower, or did we break lower? Hang on a second. Let me draw this line in right on that close. Okay, so we did break this structure level back here. Let's see if I can change the color of that. We did break the structure level of that level, so if we continue the downward momentum, we could see the 93 level hit, which would be another 100-point move down, which would continue the weakness of the dollar. So we could see a lower move in the dollar CAD. Now, for the most part, I don't really look for correlations in the markets. However, with the stage that the dollar's in, I'm going to keep an eye on the dollar index, because I think it's going to be the leading indicator of the turn when the dollar starts to strengthen, if it does. You can see here that we are back into this structure level here on the dollar CAD, and we can't seem to break above it the last couple hours. We do have a test back in here and then a test from yesterday here. So if that level holds, the level that I'm watching is the 124.66. Which is about 53 pips away. And then the next level, if we break this level here, the next level up that I'll be watching is the 121s, which is about 330 points away. If we get down there, I don't think there's any more structure down there. Let me see. Back out to the daily here. Yeah, so if we break this this level right in here, we could see a 330 point drop. If that level doesn't hold, the next level up is going to be the 119s. But we do have the ABCD completion down to 116s, which is roughly 900 points. So being that the market moves in harmonics, I would expect, with the weakness of the dollar at the moment, we could see a test of that level eventually. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here on the dollar CAD. Dollar yen, I was short, took profits on it this morning. Let me get down to the hourly chart. I got short up in here at this double top. We broke structure to the downside. We got a little bit of a retracement. We got a lower close, but we got RSI divergence telling me that the market should be, or it should not that it should be, but could be building strength to go the other way. We did get that rally out of that. However, we did get that double top in there and we broke back down. But since then, we've got this impulse move up this morning, breaking the structure of the high side, and the next structure level is going to be up here at the previous double top at 112. So I did close my position here for about 40 points. I would be looking for another shorting opportunity up here at the 112 if this level can hold. Euro yen, I was watching this yesterday. I was wanting to get long right in here. Didn't get an entry reason, but even without the entry reason, I would have been on the right side of the trade. So I'm not going to do anything with this until this idea plays out either way. Euro Aussie, it's kind of in the middle of no man's land. However, let's see if we can, let's see if I can delete some of this. What I was originally waiting for is a 2618 trade setup to get involved. We did, looks like we got a push down in there overnight, but still didn't hit that level. So technically this idea is still valid. which means if we can get it pushed down to the 618, I'd look to buy it up for a retest of 147.72s, or a potential of 118 points. I think the bigger, longer term trade setup would be a break above this level and then looking for a rally out of that up to about, let's see, that's 150.30, so I'd say 150 flat, putting us a little bit lower at this structure level here. We do have, it looks like we do have a couple of blips that could cause problems trying to get up there. So maybe 148.86 would be a better level. And then if that one breaks, then we got 149.35. So I think the longer term trade would be to the high side. This here would be an entry to get a small profit in if we can get to that retest. If we break that 147.75 level, get a retest of it, maybe with a double top, a double bottom, and then rally out of that. So that's my analysis for today, July 25th. Thanks for watching.